Good morning and welcome back to the morning commute with Hopi living in the city. It is a beautiful Monday morning. It's a little overcast on the west side, southwest part of our view here, and it looks like we got a little bit of clouds over there by the Superstition Mountains. We had some sprinkles last night and I'm hoping we get some moisture today. I hope you guys had a good weekend and are well rested for the week ahead. I don't know what's happening out home this week, but I know there's going to be graduations coming up. We have a goddaughter that's graduating from ASU and our granddaughter graduating from Second Mesa. So those are our upcoming events, and I think a lot of the college kids are finishing up their semesters. Most classes are done. There's probably a few finals this week. Good luck and best wishes. Hope you do well. Hope you got some good plans for this summer. I think some of the important things college kids can take advantage of are the study abroad during the summer programs, because you can get really good deals on the tickets, and you know it's a safe event or activity. So I did finish up the transmission fluid and filter change this weekend. I could not get the pan off even by removing the heat shield on the passenger side. And so I'm glad I had done enough, what I thought enough research, and was prepared. So I almost started to remove the driver's side muffler from the exhaust manifold, but then I recall there was a gentleman, I can't remember his channel, but he had run into a similar issue, and so he just ended up scooping out his fluid, pulling out the filter, and putting everything back in with the pan hanging underneath. So that's what I ended up doing. It worked out well. I was able to clean out the magnet, cleaned everything up, cleaned my gasket, reused it. And the only issue I really encountered was putting everything back up. I couldn't really get a nice click on the torque wrenches. It was 18 foot-pounds, or that translates to I think 180 or 2-something inch pounds. And my Duya brought me a smaller torque wrench, but that's still, I was only able to get I think like 4 of the bolts to click. And they are pretty tight. I just didn't want to run the risk of really getting on it and then breaking a bolt, and then I'm stuck there trying to dish it out or pull it out and then buying some new bolts. I guess what I could do is, if I really want to, I can go to some shop and ask that they check the torque specs on all those, or just torque them up to the 18 foot-pounds. Or I could also order some new bolts, aftermarket bolts, or I could get them at the dealer and then crank those babies down. Or I could just leave it. But even the missus noticed that it's running, it's shifting really smooth. It's got it feels good. Yesterday when we're in West Central Phoenix, at the food city, while we were waiting for the pizza, we could see a lot of the, let's take a different route today. We could see a lot of old Ford trucks cruising down McDowell toward the west side. I don't know if there was like a Cinco de Mayo show or something that way, but it was pretty cool. There were some trucks that looked really sharp too. They had really nice straight bodies, short beds, and some kind of almost looked like a GM vehicle. And it was pretty cool just to watch them. They were all probably like the 70s and 80s models. Cruising down McDowell. But yeah, this is the, I guess, last chance exit to the 143. Yeah, it seemed like it was getting a little congested right there, so I've been wanting to come this route for a while. I don't know why, just to check it out. These new roads are beautiful. I think they were opening up something on the, excuse me, by Sunset Point on the 17. I saw something about that yesterday, but I didn't really read into it. But while I was under the truck, I could really see that it may not be too difficult to replace the motor mounts, but I'm not 100% sure. That they were quoting $2,200 for that. And yesterday, over the weekend, with the transmission change, parts and materials came out to about $205 to $210, and the lowest quote I got from, and that was from Courtesy, was $550. So I saved about $310 or $340, and then $440 if I had went with freeway Chevy. Let's check out the news. Let's see what's happening traffic-wise.
By the way, rich people in Arizona don't talk like this.
No, but I do. I feel like you have to say it 4 times.
Right.
Because it's, it's not a theater.
It's not right, exactly. Dow futures down 251 right now. S&P down 45. NASDAQ futures down 200 points. For more money news, visit the Business Center at KTAR.com.
If I was rich,
KTAR News Flash.
I would totally talk like that. Good morning. It is 4:53. This is what you need to know right now. Several people were shot in Glendale Sunday night at a restaurant, with 3 reported dead and at least 5 wounded. Glendale police say they believe there was more than one shooter. Keep it here on KTAR for live updates at the top and bottom of the hour.
Starting today, federal student loan payments resume after a 5-year hiatus. There are still options called deferment or forbearances that allow you to either reduce or suspend your payments.
Thousands of people have lined the streets of London for a procession commemorating 80 years since the end of World War II in Europe. The event spans 4 days leading up to VE Day on May 8th. All of our top stories are just 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app.
And here's John Roller with an update from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
All right, heads up if you're starting your Monday morning and you come in from the West Valley on the eastbound I-10. We've had a fatal crash right at the mini stack, and the HOV ramp to the eastbound Loop 202 is completely shut down, as are the left 2 lanes there. So you're being squeezed down to the right if you want to use the inner loop to get around this, and that is causing heavy slowing. Extra minutes on your ride into downtown this morning. Your slowing starts right at the 202 southbound transition coming into town. Also, DPS troopers working to clear a crash north of the stack. This is going to be southbound I-17 right near Thomas. They're working to get that crash off to the right, so you've got some slowing coming into downtown, and lots of folks are using the southbound 17 south of the stack to try to get around this fatal crash at the mini stack. So there is slowing in the downtown area this morning. Give yourself some extra minutes. Crashes 75th Avenue in Thomas and Lower Buckeye and 181st Avenue in Goodyear. John Mueller, KTAR News.
We're looking at partly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of rain today, a 50% chance of rain tomorrow with a high of 78. Then we're going to be mostly sunny Wednesday with a high of 87. Your weather is brought to you by Howard Air and Plumbing. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air and Plumbing.
They're called AI companions. They're an artificial computer-generated friend for kids, but are they safe companions? One nonprofit says a study they conducted with Stanford University shows they are not, and they're recommending that no kids use AI companions.
Joining us, Danny Weiss, the Chief Advocacy Officer for Common Sense Media, which is an organization that reviews and provides rating for media and technology regarding its suitability for children.
Okay, folks, have a great day. I want to plan on leaving a little early if you're coming from the west side or north side of Phoenix. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell your loved ones how much you appreciate them. Have a great day.